they good for? Absolutely nothing. Hey, how's it going, people of the internet? My name is Creation, and today in this video I wanted to talk about grenade spam because DICE is finally deciding that they have had enough and they want to make grenades very special and easy to adore. Well, you shouldn't be adoring a grenade too long, unless it's a hand flare. Hand flares look amazing in this game, by the way. Not many people run them, but I'm actually running them. Maybe the fact that they're absolutely useless contributes to that factor. But like I was saying earlier, grenades and general explosives have caught a major nerf in the community test environment, and DICE is changing the direction that they want to go with the grenades. So they have increased the time it takes to pick up an explosive from an ammo crate for most of the explosives by 3 times. Now, the reason they did this is because in close quarters maps such as Metro and Operation Locker, we all know that guy who will just sit on an ammo crate and lob grenades through a doorway. Now this doorway usually is by a choke point and no one can get through this choke point. So they're trying to encourage people to actually go out and use their gun. Now personally, I haven't been able to test how this new change affects gameplay because most of the CTE servers are terribly depopulated, and I totally understand why. The CTE players are usually way better than the stock Battlefield 4 players, and also there's really no incentive to play CTE except if you want to help fix the game or play a better game. But like, who needs that, right? Give us more battle packs and we'll be there soon. But in all seriousness, I really don't know why more people don't play CTE. It's in a way better state and it feels amazing. But something that makes this game even more amazing is that they reduce the capacity of how many RGO impact grenades you can carry from 2 to 1. And also the V40's caught a nerf from 3 to 2. At first I thought it was a bit silly, but I totally understand. DICE definitely wants you to kind of appreciate your grenades and use them at a tactical time. That way we see less people lobbing them for a hope of giving a kill and actually using them to flush enemies out of a crawl space or use it as a diversion to move up. Now, I will have a link to the patch notes in the description below so you can see all the grenade changes that are going to be made and probably coming to the stock game very soon. You can also see some of the collision cleanup that they're doing, so no longer you collide with team players. And also, you probably know that weird glitch where you shoot around a corner and your bullets go into whatever wall was closest to your gun, even though you're clearly peeking that corner. They're also fixing that finally, which I feel is a great step in the right direction. But remember, hand flares, what are they good for? You cannot probably think of a reason that doesn't involve disco. But today I also want to talk about what I think can be changed about the hand flare to make it a more useful grenade and to kind of give it a buff and have the ability to compete with the other grenades, because no one is using them right now, and the only reason I was using them was to stare at my enemy because they think it's a grenade and they panic and they just drop dead. Most of the time it doesn't go like that, but you get the idea. I would throw a hand flare, hope that they think it's a real grenade, and start running. But I feel like these hand flares have so much potential. Just think about if the commander could actually see you drop a hand flare and then support that area. So let's just imagine that somehow you were able to work in different colors. So let's say red means attack, green means support. You can throw down, for example, a red flare and the commander will have a visual notification that you need help. So they could send something like a tomahawk missile to support you. And if you need an ammo crate or some type of reinforcements, you can throw this green flare down and the commander will get a visual notification that you need help also there. Now, the reason I really like this system is because it gives the commander a visual perspective of what's going on and who needs help where, and how should they balance their limited supply. And I know some may argue that the SWAT leader of each SWAT has kind of this command request for the commander, but I do not feel like that's enough, because most of the time the commander doesn't listen to me, or I don't listen to the commander. And it's not because I do not want to listen to the commander, but there is really no notification that the commander has sent me a command. And when I'm playing commander, there's really no notification that a SWAT needs help, especially when you're dealing with multiple SWATs. So I feel if you were able to see the flares on the minimap of your commander tablet, you would know who needs what where, and also it opens up the ability for anyone to use those commands. Now there's also one more flare that I want to throw in, and that is a transport flare, and that just means that you need a ride. Now I know that there's a command in game for this, but half the time it does not work. You need to be in a certain proximity, and when you're flying a transport chopper, it's very hard to see the on-ground player notifications that someone needs help. So let's just make this flare purple. Of course, it will be one of the brightest flares. Second, it will be one of the biggest flares, and also transport vehicles will get some type of notification, something like a sound that says I need a ride, and also a HUD notification with a waypoint to that place. Now of course, I'm not trying to clutter the HUD more than it is, but most likely if you're driving a transport vehicle, you're not really worried about kills. So guys, let me know what you think about this little idea. Of course, it can be tweaked, and I'm pretty sure it can be improved on, but I personally feel like there's just not enough communication going between the commander and other SWATs right now in Battlefield 4. So let me know you guys' thoughts on anything that I talked about today. If you could leave a like, it would be awesome. It does help to grow the channel a lot. If you want to stay up to date with Battlefield 4, make sure you do subscribe. But anyway guys, I'll see you in the next one. Stay creative.